Black men have among the lowest college completion rates of any demographic group in the United States. And yet, college enrollment among Black men has increased significantly over the past several decades. So, what is happening between enrollment and completion? And what does that gap actually tell us? In our last episode, we established who we are talking about. Approximately 22 million Black men, young, geographically distributed, and more diverse than most national conversations acknowledge. Understanding who Black men are is only the beginning. The next question becomes, what educational opportunities are available to them? And what are they doing with those opportunities? That is what this episode is about. According to data from the National Center for Education Statistics, approximately 76% of Black male students graduate from high school on time. While that number remains lower than the rate for white male students, it represents significant improvement over previous decades. College enrollment has also increased steadily. Today, roughly one-third of Black men enroll in college following high school graduation. More Black men are pursuing higher education than at any point in American history. But enrollment and completion are not the same thing. Among Black men who enroll in four-year colleges and universities, only about 26% complete a degree within 6 years. That completion rate is one of the lowest among major demographic groups in the United States. Historically, Black colleges and universities provide an important part of the story. Although HBCUs enroll a relatively small percentage of all college students nationally, they continue to produce a disproportionately large share of Black professionals, including physicians, attorneys, engineers, educators, and scientists. Research also shows that graduates of HBCUs often report stronger mentorship experiences, greater engagement, and higher levels of preparation for life after college. The educational story does not end with traditional universities. Many Black men pursue vocational education, certification programs, apprenticeships, and skilled trades, electricians, plumbers, HVAC technicians, welders, technology certifications, healthcare credentials, logistics, and transportation careers. Many of these pathways provide access to stable middle-income careers without requiring a four-year degree. Graduate education has also grown. More Black men are earning master's degrees, professional degrees, and doctorates than ever before, although graduate degree attainment still remains below population share. So what do these numbers tell us? The first thing they tell us is that the narrative is more complicated than many people assume. Black men are pursuing education. High school graduation rates have improved. College enrollment has increased. Graduate degree attainment continues to grow. Trade and certification pathways are expanding. The idea that Black men are disengaged from education is not supported by the data. But the numbers also reveal a challenge: completion. Enrollment without completion often limits the economic benefits education is designed to provide. A student who leaves college without a degree may carry debt without receiving the credential that could increase earning potential. And research consistently suggests that the primary drivers of non-completion are not intelligence or effort. Financial instability, the need to work while attending school, family responsibilities, limited institutional support, housing insecurity, transportation challenges, unexpected life events. The completion gap is often less about academic ability and more about life circumstances. The HBCU data tells us something important as well. Environment matters. Belonging matters. Mentorship matters. Community matters. When students feel connected to the institutions they attend, educational outcomes often improve. The trade school data challenges another common assumption. A four-year degree is not the only pathway to economic mobility. Skilled trades are not a backup plan. They are careers, they are businesses, they are opportunities, and for many people, they are the most practical route to stability and long-term success. But here is what the numbers cannot tell us. They cannot tell you about the Black man who left college during his sophomore year to help support his family and later built a successful career through certifications and experience. They cannot tell you about the electrician who chose an apprenticeship over a university because he wanted to avoid student loan debt and begin earning immediately. They cannot tell you about the HBCU graduate who will tell you that the most valuable thing he gained was not a degree. It was confidence, identity, mentorship, community. They cannot tell you about the first generation college student navigating a system no one in his family had ever navigated before. No roadmap, no blueprint, no safety net. The completion gap is real, but it does not automatically mean Black men are failing education. In many cases, it means the educational system was not designed with their specific circumstances in mind. That is a very different conversation. Success in education is not one thing. It is not one credential. It is not one institution. It is not one timeline. Education can look like a doctorate. It can look like a welding certification. It can look like an apprenticeship. It can look like military training. It can look like learning a skill that changes the trajectory of a family. The question is not whether every person follows the same path. The question is whether people have access to meaningful opportunities to learn, grow, build skills, and create a foundation for their future. Before we continue, I want to leave you with a question. What does educational success look like beyond a college diploma? And when we measure educational achievement, are we measuring learning? Or are we measuring compliance with one particular version of what education is supposed to look like? Education creates opportunities, but education and opportunity are not the same thing. In our next episode, we look at employment, labor force participation, unemployment rates, career mobility, skilled trades, and the industries shaping the future of work. And we ask, how does educational attainment actually translate into work, income, and economic mobility? This series is designed to encourage understanding, not agreement. The statistics discussed in this episode and the sources used to obtain them are available below. If this conversation made you think differently about the topic, continue with episode 3 as we explore the next chapter in the story. Because understanding begins long before conclusions do.